Chris Haynes, senior NBA insider for Yahoo Sports. We've been lucky that he's been a friend of this show for a very long time. Chris is one of the best in the business. Joining us from Staples Center hours before the Clippers and the Raptors get underway. Chris, it's great. It's great to see you.
Yell loud for Chris.
I'll yell loud.
The
okay.
PA system is.
Yep. Be careful what you wish for, because you'll be asking for me to shut up pretty soon. Chris, I was going to ask you, is Kawhi excited about tonight? But I don't think he is he?
I think you guys know the answer to that. He spoke about it yesterday. He spoke about this game as glowingly as if he was just I don't know, going to go to a library to read a book. And that's no knock on the Raptor. That's just, you guys know him. That's just his personality. But it definitely deep inside, me knowing this guy, covering this guy for a while. He has to be excited about, seeing his former teammates, seeing his team, his first chance. He's going to be able to see a bulk of the people that he got to run with over the past year. He mentioned that he said he still speaks to a few of the guys still routinely. That's on that team. But he did tell me he's looking forward to seeing a lot of the training staff and guys, people just behind the scenes. So this is something he's looking forward to, regardless of what his demeanor may appear to be.
Chris, we don't have to ask if he's playing tonight, right? We don't have to ask if he's playing tonight, right, Chris? Like, he's playing. There's no load management tonight. Right?
We good. No,
okay, good.
I'm gonna tell you this: if this was a back-to-back situation, I would be concerned if I was a Raptors fan. I'd be concerned, but no, there's no need to worry about that tonight.
All right, tell us a little bit about how this Clippers team has come together, and lo and behold, we still have Paul George.
Paul Gill.
Hey, they're one of the top teams, in the whole league, guys. I think their record is not going to reflect that, because they're going to be resting Kawhi Leonard periodically throughout the course of the season, and the same is going to be said for Paul George when he does come back. And so, when you got those guys sitting, this team basically reflects back to the hard-nosed, gritty team that they were last year, which is not a slight, but they're just not the team that they are when they're going to have both of those superstars ready and available. So, I think right now, if we're looking at it early in the season, but, I got to look at the Clippers and the Lakers as just being the top two teams, and not just in the West, but in all the league right now, barring injuries. Like I said, a lot of times when it pertains to the Clippers, the record might not reflect that because of the maintenance situation, but I think they'll be there when it's all said and done.
I've caught a few Laker games, Chris, Clipper games this year. And it seems to me Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell and some of those guys, they're walking a little taller. Like, is it just me, or is there more edge in their game? Are they more confident? I know Harrell had a great year last year. What are you looking at from the Lakers in terms of the confidence that Kawhi has exuded into the group?
So this was the second game of the regular season. I followed the Clippers to Golden State. They played them, and they blew the Warriors out. It was the Warriors' home opener. And I went in that locker room, and Patrick Beverley is not one to shy away from just talking in general. But, he said something, that I don't know that a lot of people caught. He said it right after he finished his media scrum. He was like, that boy Kawhi, he's different. He gives us that edge. That's something we ain't got. Boy, we gonna be scary. And just from him saying that lets me know that, look, as great as this team was last year, when you got Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell off the bench causing havoc, they still lacked a closer. There was still a level of confidence that they didn't have going down the stretch of games, because they didn't have somebody who you could get the ball to, make plays for himself or create for others. They have that now in Kawhi. Then they're going to have that in Paul George. And so their confidence is sky high. And I know they were a cocky, confident team last year, but I'm telling you right now, when this team is full healthy, we ain't seeing anything yet. This team is legit.
Yo, Chris, I got some LA connects. Do you need me to send someone down to the PA announcer and just give him a backhand or something to get him to shut up? I got some folks in Fairfax that can go down there or something.
Hey, these are all your people too. These are all your people.
Oh,
This
those
is
are
the whole Toronto crew right here playing pickup.
Oh, really?
Oh, so
Yeah,
that's why the
all
basketball was so
Toronto back there,
terrible.
yeah.
So,
We should rip some of them for sure.
sorry, is that a media game going on behind you, Chris? What's going on?
I don't think it's a media game. I don't know what, but everybody is wearing Toronto gear.
Okay.
There's somewhere associated with you guys over there.
Okay.
Okay, we take
don't claim them.
we take no responsibility
Yeah,
for
we
the
do not
awful
claim
shooting
them.
that's going to go on behind you. So please just ignore it.
Chris Haynes joining us from Yahoo, from LA, Staples Center, where there is a terrible game being played behind him, and the PA announcer is being annoying. Can I ask you if there's a worry if the Raptors overuse Pascal Siakam and Fred VanVleet in the absence of Serge Ibaka and Kyle Lowry?
I don't think so. Pascal, if you look at him, he's never really been a featured player. And so this is something that he's not accustomed to. So the workload shouldn't be that dramatic for him. In fact, I expect him to grow from it, learn from it. I think it's a great experience. The time that Lowry is going to be out, I don't think it'll be too much for him. And the same for Fred VanVleet. I think most people look at him as a solid, good role player who comes off the bench and provides energy. But now with these extra minutes and the extra responsibility, it's only going to increase his confidence, increase his awareness, and make him that much more productive when he does have to go back to his regular reserve role. And so, no, I think it's good for these two guys. And like I said, the sky's the limit for that team. Pascal, nobody's seen this coming a year ago. He's really a star in the making. I expect him to make his first All-Star team this year. He's legit. So I think it's a good situation. Obviously, they would like to have Lowry back in there, but, these young guys can handle it, I would think.
Chris, I don't know what you've heard over the last 48 hours in terms of the Raptors speaking to the media. They're all saying the right things publicly in terms of Kawhi. We love him. It was a magical season. He had a decision to make. We understand. We're disappointed. We understand. Privately, though, these guys tonight must – I'm talking VanVleet, and the guys who rode with him and went through that journey are thinking to themselves, you left me to play with Lou Williams? I want to show you something tonight. I want to leave something on the floor tonight. How much of that do you think we're going to see play out this evening?
6-man.
Oh, no. Well, no doubt about that. I mean, these are NBA players, competitive NBA players with pride, and no doubt about that. And look, I would say this. I would doubt anybody in that locker room really faults Kawhi for the move, because everybody knew. We knew. I reported it even before he got there. We knew that this was going to be a one-year situation. The players on the team knew that. So that's not surprising. But yes, as a competitor, when you step out on the floor, you want to go out there and show him that he made the wrong decision. But I think you guys are looking at it from the wrong perspective, saying that Kawhi came over here to chose to play with Lou Williams. Nah, it's Los Angeles. Los Angeles is pretty good right now. That sun out there right now. What's the weather out in Toronto right now?
Nothing. No, never worry. Don't worry. It's the first snowstorm of the year. Don't worry.
Not great.
No,
it's not.
That's not happening right now. We won't tweet you a picture of what's blowing out in front of this building right now, because it's white and it's ugly.
I'm just playing with you guys. But I expect a real competitive game. I just want to see how much more energy the Raptors have coming off of that win last night against the Lakers.
You from Fresno? Is that where you're from? I was asking if you're from Fresno while you're talking this, right? Like you.
PA announcer's going off. Right now.
That's where you're from. What's the weather like in Fresno right now?
Oh, the Fresno. Oh, well, yeah. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. But I tell you, we don't have the scenery in Fresno. We have the weather, but we just don't have the scenery. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear.
I'll leave it at that. I don't want to get in trouble on here.
Okay, I understand.
Chris, I want to talk Lakers. Forgive me. I don't know if you were at that game. I'm assuming you were at the game. If you weren't, forgive me. But the Lakers, in terms of makeup and how LeBron has looked, they're way more intriguing to me than I thought. Because, at some point you need help. I know the Clippers can play some defense, so that's a great base for Kawhi. The Lakers I wasn't convinced with. What are you seeing out of LeBron? What are you seeing out of that Lakers team that the Raptors did beat last night?
Look, I really do think the Lakers are legit. And the reason I say that, I remember the preseason game I came and covered, and they were experimenting with lineups, and it's actually the lineup that they use right now, start lineup. But I've never seen so much length on the court. I saw them on defense, and my media seat was like right behind the Lakers bench, and I had a really good view. JaVale McGee having his arms extended. On the left side, Anthony Davis arms extended. On the other side, it was Danny Green, Avery Bradley, and LeBron James. I'm like, I've never seen a 5-man lineup with so much length. And then that's not even including Kyle Kuzma, who's 6'10", when he's fully integrated. And so I think they have a very versatile roster. Obviously, there's a little holes in here. I think they need to get another catch-and-shoot player. But, guys, this team, I think, is really going to be legit. And I think they're going to go through some periods throughout the season where they're using the low maintenance, throughout the course of the season with Anthony Davis, who's dealing with a shoulder injury, LeBron James, getting up there in age. But, man, they're legit. Like, these two, like I'm here in LA for the most part, guys. I'm right here at the JW right across the street, just parked, because this is for the first time in a while. The NBA is kind of, the LA is kind of epicenter of the NBA, and I really do think I would be very surprised if one of these LA teams is not representing the Western Conference in the finals.
Chris Haynes joining us from Los Angeles, and for those who don't follow him, go to Twitter at Chris B. Haynes, and he's got a candid conversation with LeBron James on AAU culture, contributing to banged-up NBA players, load management, and how AAU coaches don't give a bleep. That's up right now on his Twitter account, so check it out. Chris, we always appreciate you joining us and added a little knowledge to the equation. Thanks for doing this, and we'll catch up soon, okay?
Hey, anytime, guys. Y'all take care.